This is KGW News at 11.
I see what our librarians do and what they bring to our kids and how much our students love our librarians.
A school district in Southwest Washington is facing millions of dollars in budget cuts. Thanks for joining us tonight at 11. I'm John Adams. We've been covering this story for the past few weeks, and Ashley Grahams is joining us now in the studio. And Ashley, it looks like the Evergreen School District has rolled back some of the cuts that were initially proposed.
Right. The school district says they are listening to the community, and they've walked back some of the cuts they were planning to make originally. But parents I talked with today say they're disappointed the district isn't doing more to support students.
A library without librarians. That could be the reality for elementary schoolers in the Evergreen School District.
We all grew up with librarians. Our children at the elementary level won't have that.
For the third year in a row, the district in Southwest Washington is facing major budget cuts.
Every year it seems to be going further and further downhill, which is really sad.
The district's first proposal included cutting school security, elementary school librarians, fifth grade orchestra and band, and some paraeducators, all to save $20 million.
Our teachers and our staff are already spread so thin.
Parents and students pushed back at a school board meeting, asking the district not to cut student-facing positions.
We have admin positions that are incredibly top-heavy that aren't servicing the students.
The district responded by amending the budget reduction plan and said they received additional state and grant funding. The new plan reinstates school security and fifth grade music.
Am I grateful that security's been taken off that chopping block? Absolutely. Should it have ever been on there? Absolutely not.
But many positions, including librarians and paraeducators, are still part of the planned cuts.
Our librarians are the heart and soul of the schools. They do so much more than just, be a librarian.
I want them to leave the paras and the librarians alone, to understand that they are so critical and essential to helping the students.
Even though the superintendent plans to take a $25,000 salary reduction next year, each mother says they wish the district would make more cuts on the administrative side.
The words ring hollow. We care, we hear you, this is important, but then you see things play out, decisions played out that do not reflect that at all.
The school board plans to discuss these budget cuts at their upcoming meeting on Tuesday.
And unfortunately, there are other districts in the area deciding on some of the same issues as well.
Right. I mean, we're looking at $30 million for Salem-Keizer, $30 million for Portland Public Schools, and then that's $35 million in budget cuts for Vancouver Public Schools.
A lot of decisions to be made before the end of the year. All right, Ashley, thank you. All right, taking a look now over downtown Portland at our sky cam. Beautiful evening out over the city tonight. Showers, we've seen some over the last couple of hours, focused in the southern part of the metro area. Let's bring in Joe now. And, we had the period of nice weather last week. Rain is back.
Rain is back, and that rain is going to be staying with us over the next few days. So if you're staying close here for spring break, of course, next week is Oregonians' spring break. You are going to be seeing some cool and wet conditions. Unfortunately, I don't have 70 degrees on the board for next week, unfortunately. What I do have is your typical spring break kind of weather. Cool and showery at times with some sun breaks mixed in there as well. But this is that upper level low that's going to be bringing in some of those scattered showers the rest of tonight and into tomorrow. But rainfall amounts heading into Sunday are going to be relatively light. So I have this queued up here tonight. A few showers rolling in over the city and along the coast range, but early tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, we'll be waking up to mostly cloudy skies. A little bit cool and clear throughout the central and southern part of the Willamette Valley. But again, the showers won't really start to pop in until late morning, early part of the afternoon. I'm forecasting up to 1/10 of an inch of rain. And you can see by the later part of the afternoon and evening will be more dry than wet, and then some spotty showers roll in heading into Monday. So here's a look at what we've seen so far since midnight. Just about 5/100ths of an inch of rain. You travel into the Eugene area, you're looking at closer to 1/4 of an inch of rain. But heading into the next few minutes, I'll talk more about what you can expect to see over the next few days, plus how much snow is in store throughout the Oregon Cascades the next few days.
All right, Joe, we'll see you later in the show. Well, new tonight, a large fire destroys a home in rural Silverton, displacing 4 people. It happened around 3:30 this morning off of Abiqua Road, about 4 miles northeast of town. By the time the first units arrived, there were smoke and flames coming from the roof of the 2-story home. Eventually, it became safe for crews to stay inside, and they had to fight the fire from the outside. No one in the home was hurt, but one firefighter was treated for an injury and released. The cause of the fire is unknown. Local law enforcement teamed up Friday for a stolen vehicle operation in North and Northeast Portland. They managed to recover 10 vehicles in total, arrest 18 people, and also seized 3 illegally possessed firearms. Portland Police Bureau says over the last 10 months, there has been a consistent decrease in vehicle theft rates. January 2024 saw a 56% decrease compared to the same time last year. The Vancouver Police Department is mourning one of their own today. The department says Officer Troy Rollins died after suffering from a medical emergency. Rollins had been with the department since 2001. During his time, he served in multiple roles, including SWAT, as a firearms instructor, and as a member of the Honor Guard. Well, new developments in the door plug blowout on board Alaska 1282. The FBI is now reaching out to passengers, telling them they could potentially be the victims of a crime. An attorney representing some of the passengers on that flight says it's highly unusual for the Justice Department to investigate a non-fatal aviation incident. Now, we spoke to some people flying out of PDX on Friday about their thoughts on recent issues with Boeing jets. One woman says she chose a seat away from any doors.
I just have to be realistic about that, especially with Boeing. Recently, there's been extra issues.
I flew out on Sunday. The couple sitting next to me, as soon as they sat down, the first comment was, well, good thing there's not a panel right here. We don't have to worry about it blowing out.
Boeing has declined to comment. A new research grant will allow a local doctoral candidate to look into a new method to help teens fight drug abuse and addiction. Lauren Burney is looking into what are called recovery high schools. They provide support to students while also providing them an education. Recent studies followed hundreds of adolescents after treatment. They either went to a recovery school or back to traditional schools.
We know that there is a positive effect of recovery high schools. If they do end up using substances, it's to a much less frequent amount.
The 2-year grant from the National Institute on Drug Abuse will allow Burney to expand her research and learn what makes the schools so successful. She says this could be a turning point in helping kids that struggle. Well, the KGW Great Food Drive is going on through this weekend, including at Providence Park. The Timbers hosted a collection site ahead of their game tonight, where fans were encouraged to donate non-perishable goods. And we want to thank everyone who showed up tonight. You can still help local families and people in need. One of the best ways to do that is to give online at kgw.com/food drive. A $10 donation can provide as many as 30 meals. And we've met our goal of collecting enough donations to provide more than 1 million meals, but that need remains. We also want to thank Rivermark Credit Union, Pacific Office Automation, Safeway, and local Toyota dealers for helping us make this year's drive a success.